Hello and welcome. In this video, I share 3 simple movements with you to calm an overactive mind. If your mind is in overdrive, you feel stuck in your head, have racing or constantly repetitive thoughts, or just can't seem to stop overthinking, then please try this routine. Hi, my name is Eline Kieft and I work with Qi Gong, energy medicine and shamanic practice. Do you ever notice your mind becoming chatty and noisy, especially when you feel stressed and anxious? Well, this isn't just the way you are. It is usually a result from an overstimulated central nervous system. And it's almost impossible to stop thoughts from arising. But what we can do is slow them down and, most importantly, redirect them. Now, breathing is one of the first ways to calm the mind. So throughout this routine, focus on your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Posture is important too. So when we practice Qigong, we usually stand with the feet hip or shoulder width apart and the knees slightly bent. Imagine that you're lifted toward the sky as if you're being pulled up gently by your hair, elongating your spine. This tall posture immediately invites confidence and calm. Then, when you move, imagine each movement as fluid as water, without any abrupt stops or starts, not just in the routine, but also in your daily life as well, because that way you send a calming message to your nervous system that all is well. Now, an overactive mind is not only a response to stress, it can cause extra stress as well, leaving us irritated and exhausted. So it's a real act of love for yourself and for your environment to shift what we call the monkey mind into a more calm and relaxed state. So you can try these movements as a sequence or pick the one you like most that you can do whenever you need to calm your mind. So for the first movement, we're going to interlace the fingers and we're going to bring them into the chest as we breathe in. And you're going to turn the palms away from you as you breathe out. So breathe in and out. If you can, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, receiving new inspiration. Out through the mouth, really releasing all those thoughts that are no longer helpful. All those repetitions, all those things that you thought 100 times already. Breathe them out. In through the nose, releasing those repetitive thoughts. Usually, our mind is very good at rehashing the past or worrying about the future. But we can redirect whenever that happens. We can grab that thought and breathe it out. You can imagine breathing out through a straw to focus that release even more. And the last time, breathe out. And let it calm down to your center. So once you've got the hang of this, you can do a few repetitions, 7 or 9 times, for example, to just release that one particular thought that is stuck on the loop. And what you then want to do is you breathe in the peacefulness, the calmness of your mind, the harmony of the mind, the stillness and the slowness. So you can really play with that. So the in-breath is always topping up with something that is positive and nurturing and soothing. And then breathing out, you let it go and you release what no longer serves, right? So you start making this part of your mental health toolbox. Now the second movement I wanted to show to you today, it goes like this. You're going to raise the arms past the chest, and again you're going to turn the palms away from you and upward, and then you're going to breathe out and down. So here the first movement, arms raised past the chest, turn towards the sky, and breathe out. I'll step back a little bit so you can see the full movement. Breathing in, palms turn to the ceiling, long in breath, and out breath. And here you can use your legs as well. You straighten them on the in breath, feeling that tall posture that I mentioned at the beginning, and grounding yourself, letting your mind relax to the earth. Breathing in, earthing, grounding energy, letting the mind calm down to the earth. Once we feel that sense of support underneath us, it is much easier for the mind to relax. We know we are held by the earth. Breathing in. This is that tallness, that you're standing tall at the center of your circle. Breathing in. It's like a connection between earth and sky through your moving body. Breathing in. Feel that lengthening, that maybe even rising above what you perceive as the struggles of the day. You know, you can stretch and relax into them. It's not so much about overcoming or denying or ignoring. It's really about, I'm standing here in the face of whatever is happening. I have the strength, the resilience, the power to move fluidly through what is bothering me, what is keeping me back, what is making me feel insecure. This is called the Buddha flow. And whatever the Buddha might represent for you, feel that sense of the wisdom of pain is something that everyone experiences in their lives. That is unavoidable. But the way we deal with it, that is where we have some power. So they say pain is unavoidable, but the suffering is optional. And it sounds maybe like a tall order, but when you tap into this presence of you as a shapeshifter, you as a moving alchemist, you have the power to move through and transform any state of mind that doesn't feel uplifting and supportive. Let's do that 3 more times. Gather your hands by your waist, by your hips. I always like to make things visible and symbolic because that brings another layer into our practice, our imagination, and it sends a different message to our brain. So the third and final movement is called Fireflies in the Lantern. I'm going to show you one of those lovely little lanterns with a little candle inside. And you're going to imagine moving with this candle. And in your movement, there isn't a candle inside there, but there are hundreds of little fireflies, you know, these little beings that emit light. Okay? So let's start with the arms as if you're hugging a tree. You have a beautiful, strong, mature tree. You feel again your head raising to the sky, and you bring your left hand down, and then you're going to shift your weight to your right foot. You turn the hips and waist, and you're changing your hands. And here, actually, it is as if you're holding that lantern. Imagine here, you're holding that lantern in your hand, like this. You're going to shift your weight and turn to the other side. Here, you're going to change your hands, shift your weight, and turn. That's the movement. So you shift your hands. I'll do this in a moment without lantern. Shift your weight and turn. So 3 components to the movement. Hand shifts, weight shifts, and turn. Right? And then you imagine this beautiful light coming out of the lantern, all these fireflies emitting this beautiful soft glow, this beautiful radiation in the darkness. Yeah, what we're doing here, it's focusing the mind on something else. Like often we forget, we're very good at focusing at the worries and all the things that we haven't done. That is hardwired in our brain. It's keeping us safe, evolutionary. But we're not really trained to enjoy or remember maybe even the positive and the beautiful things. So in the previous 2 movements, you've let go of the repetitive thoughts in your mind. And here you're going to focus your mind on something beautiful, something that gives you joy. And imagine that in your lantern, you are moving here with joy, with happiness, with peacefulness, stillness, beauty, anything that gives you a sense of inner peace and calm. So we're moving, we're breathing in one direction and out the other direction. And we're using our imagination to shift our focus. So I love this movement. Personally, I can do this all day. So give yourself as much time as you need to really play with this image, then bring it down into your body. Complete your practice with your hands over your belly. And bring your feet together. Really feel the axis, the central axis of your mind supported by your body, and your body supported by the earth. And I wish you a beautiful mind calm day. So I really enjoy sharing these different layers of breathing, movement, and imagination. So if you enjoyed this too, please like, share, and subscribe for similar movement routines. If you know anyone also having a monkey mind, share it with them too. It might make a world of difference. You can leave a comment below. I genuinely love to hear what you experienced. And for more Qi Gong tips for an embodied and empowered approach to everyday life, please sign up to my weekly email. You can also try my online Qi Studio membership for free for 2 weeks. Explore a variety of practices to fine-tune your energy, release unhelpful emotions, and create more joy in your life. I teach 3 live classes on Zoom each week that you can also watch as replays in your own time, with a huge library of topics including movement, breathing practice, and acupressure points to help you feel vital and in your power. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.